Hey, hello everyone and welcome to another video of Extreme Graphics Tech, the worst name for a YouTube channel. My name is Angelo and well, you know that I like to talk everything tech. If you're new to this channel, we try to cover as much tech as possible and much tech news as possible. And I do like to do graphical analysis for games and especially AAA games where, you know, the graphics, and we will test them and see how well they run on a different plethora of hardware so you can have an idea of how it's going to run on your system. So today I have a new member of the family to introduce, which is Intel Arc 750. I have to say, I am very excited to have this in my possession. You can see it here because I think this is a very beautiful card, aesthetic wise. I know it's very elegant and honestly is one of the best cards in terms of aesthetic I've seen. But I'm also very excited because I did wanted to have this card on my test because, well, you know, I'm very happy to the fact that Intel has become a player in the GPU space. For years and years we only had AMD and Nvidia in a discrete, not integrated obviously, space selling cards. And yeah, well, you know, I'm not going to enter in the fact that they put whatever prices they want and so on, because seeing at Intel, it seems, you know, that unfortunately everything, the CPU and electronics related chips, is going to be increased, unfortunately. However, the idea or the fact that a new third player is on the GPU space is exciting because it means more competition, it means more technology, more things brought to the table in order to try to improve what is a very limited market in terms of you know, players, because it costs a lot of money to make GPUs and a lot of engineering technology, especially in the drivers department. So my hot take on this all is that from one side, I'm very happy that Intel is back, and I say back because they tried to be in the discrete market GPU like 22 years ago with that. I remember the Intel i740, which I had one at the time, was not the greatest card. You know, there were other cards like the Voodoo that were more important, or TNT, but they tried, it wasn't great, and then they like didn't care, and now they are trying again, and now with the Intel Arc 750 and 770 and 380, I am, you know, quite interested on seeing them do good, do better. However, I have to say that they have a very hard competition. But at the time of buying this and checking the prices on different websites here in the UK, this car costs $329. When you check prices, the cheapest 3060 you can get at $389, if I don't remember wrong. That's a £60 difference. And considering all the problems this car apparently had when games are not running in like Vulkan or DirectX 12, you know, that's a very high price to ask for an Intel 750. But I'm sure the problem here is that Intel cannot get the price lower. That's the problem I see, because they probably wouldn't mind selling it lower, but they will probably lose money. So they have priced this the best they can without starting to bleed money out of selling the car. Maybe they should, to put the cards out there, because if a lot of people don't see potential value on this, then not a lot of people are going to buy it. And if a lot of people don't buy it, they won't really get the information and statistics they need in order to improve the driver and see, you know, what games to improve and how to improve them to make this car more desirable. Because I think they are quite a good, you know, if they run the way they are supposed to, they will be a good value, considering the 770 and 750 should be around a 3060, 3070 even. So, you know, they won't be a bad price. Imagine if the 750 is around a 3060 Ti performance, that will be just good value all around. However, with all the drivers issue, I don't think they are extracting the whole power this car can offer. So at the moment, the biggest problem is not even Nvidia, which is the worst part of it. The biggest problem is actually AMD, because AMD has the 6600, 6600 XT and 6700 non-XT at lower price than this card. Well, you know, they offer a better value all around, except for ray tracing. I have to say, for the first try, Intel has done an exceptional work on ray tracing. This card is equal or sometimes surpasses the NVIDIA equivalent, which is, you know, it's really crazy to think about it. On their first try, AMD the ray tracing performance is atrocious, and Intel got it right just the first time with the first card. Of course, this card should have come out, you know, at least a year ago, and not right now, because right now the series, the 4 Tensor series and the new series are coming out. So Intel is in a very, very difficult position, which kind of really hurts me a little bit, because I really want for them to do good, to do well, because that means more competition. And I know they have said they are not going to abandon the GPU market just on the first try, and their next generation, they're already working on it. But you know, I wish they find somehow a way to make this card cheaper. I think if this card was $249 or even $229, I think probably will be a, you know, a very exciting thing for many people who want to update, because I think this card is going to be a beast. I know I have not tested, but I think these cards will run very, very good on many games, and over time with better drivers is going to be even better. So I'm sure that 1 year from now, many people are going to be testing this card and saying it has aged very, very well, and probably gain a lot of performance. I am quite confident that the drivers on this thing are going to get better, and we are going to see a difference of 20 to 30% in performance, and maybe more depending the games. I am that confident that what is holding back this piece of engineering is the driver so far. But you can see that on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, on the videos you see online, you can see that you lose half the performance when running the game on DirectX 11. And I don't think this game is and I don't think the games are extracting all the power this card has, even on DirectX 12. So we will have to see how things go. But anyway, I just wanted to give you my opinion and to say that I am very, very excited to have this in my power. I thought I wasn't going to. Well, this wasn't promoted or given to me by Intel, but let's just say that thanks to a very good friend, I have it in my power. So, because I want to add this to our test, so people can have an idea, you know, if you ever see one of these used or you know, a nice offer or a sale or something, that you have an idea of how Intel is going to perform, because I think everyone is always testing only with like NVIDIA, AMD, and not many are going to be testing with Intel. So I want to add this to my rotation of GPU for my benchmark analysis for the AAA games, so we can see how things go. So I hope you like this first contact with the card. I'm going to have a more in-depth review in a couple of days about you know, how it behaves on modern titles, and you know, if just how it behaves in terms of sound and thermals and performance. So that will be coming in the next couple of days. So I hope you like this very brief, I hope, introduction into Intel 750 and why I'm excited for it. And well, I hope you like it. I'll see you in the next video.